Welcome to another Gamerside Chat. I am Francisco Ruiz from the Retro Rewind podcast. Tonight playing Super Mario Kart rather poorly. But tonight's Gamerside Chat topic is on video games that would make for really good TV series. So I have three that I'm going to share, and anyone in the chat, and if you want to be part of these discussions live, you can go to twitch.tv/RetroRewindPod. Follow us. We usually stream Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. That may be changing in the near future to like Thursday nights or Saturday nights. But for now, it's still Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. We do these chats. They're fun. They're like things we collected as kids or arcade memories, just fun topics, usually nostalgic, because this is part of the Retro Rewind podcast, which you can find at retrorewindpodcast.com. So before we get going in the Gamerside chat, though, I want to say that this stream was supported by Patrick Hicks, the Shoeless, and 9 other amazing patrons who help fund Retro Rewind podcast and the content we create. If you would like to support us and see more content like this, please go to retrorewindpodcast.com/support. All right. So my first going around the corner, my first idea for a video game that would translate well into a movie is a game I was playing pretty recently on the stream, actually, and it's Enter the Gungeon. I think that could work really well, but I don't think you'd, in that game, sort of the premise of the game is, in case you've never played it, is that there's this castle that is all sort of like, I don't know, it's a mystical castle or a dungeon or something. And out of the sky comes this massive bullet that destroys the castle. And inside the castle is this gun that is so powerful that it can kill anyone who shoots it. It can kill their past. How that works, I don't know. But in the game, what you're doing is you pick a character and you try to go through 5, I think it's 5, maybe it's 10, I'm not sure. I haven't been in the game. 5 chambers of this dungeon, shooting lots of different bad guys. There you can get so much of a variety of weapons. I think it would work really well as sort of a episodic and also serialized, because you have this end point, this end goal, like the series finale would be maybe getting this gun. Again, I don't know how the game turns out because I haven't played it completely, but still ended up number 1. There you go. But I think what would work better, though, for a TV series is you have 5 playable characters you could choose from. I think it'd be really interesting if they had all 5 characters going into the dungeon or the gungeon together at once, and maybe like 2 of them break off, or they get separated, or go like there's secret parts of the secret chambers you could go into. It could be a mystery as to what happens, maybe, but seeing their progression as they work through, and you see like maybe each episode ends with a new type of enemy, or maybe they get a new gun that they can use. I think that would be really amazing. And there's so much like little humor in there too. I think that people would really appreciate. So that's one of the my ideas for a video game that could work really well as a TV. Now let me catch up on chat here. Let's see. Ninja Becky says, "Be careful not to choke on your aspirations." Francisco is in my best Darth Vader voice. Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Francisco. Oh, you're saying that in your best. Nice. Okay, Grandpa. I will listen to you. I won't choke on my aspirations, but I will defeat the Jedi. What happened was, says Dale. So, it was on 50 cc's, but regardless. So, do you guys have any thoughts or ideas for a video game that would? You don't have to have a complete idea, but I'm curious. Just you could name a video game that you think, yeah, this would work really well as a TV show, I think, and we can try to flesh it out together. Another game that I think would make for a really good let's see, a really good. I'm gonna do 50cc again. I will do a different cup, but we'll do 50cc's. Oh, Spy Hunter. Oh, I think that would be interesting. I don't know Spy Hunter so well. You've mentioned it before, Dale. But yeah, I think just sort of going through, taking this car and having lots of, hello, what W community? Welcome to the stream. Right now we're doing a Gamerside chat segment, talking about video games that we think would work really well. And I'm going to try doing a different, well, never mind. I was going to do a different character, but that works. We're talking about video games that we think would make for really good TV series. So far we have Enter the Gungeon, was one of mine. Dale says Spy Hunter. I think I could see that working really well. Oh, Cass. Oh. Oh, as I'm losing all of a sudden. Welcome, Cass, to the stream. I didn't realize that was you. Okay. So that's what we're doing right now. Skyrim. Oh, I haven't played Skyrim, but I could totally, from what I know of it, I could totally see that being an amazing TV show. I wonder if it might feel a little too Game of Thronesy. I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I mean, since they're both fantasy and gritty, I'd imagine they might feel similar. I'm like, this doesn't seem like the Mushroom Cup. Oh, that's because I chose Flower Cup. Obviously, Francisco. Jeez. Sometimes. Oh yeah, I'm drunk, guys, by the way, too, doing this. I'm not really. I'm just kidding. But sometimes it might feel like that watching me. Anyway, so Skyrim, yeah, definitely. I could see that having mass appeal for sure. In the vein of RPGs, though, a game that probably not a lot of people have played unless you had a Dreamcast, which originated on, or a GameCube, which there was a port of, is Skies of Arcadia. What Skies of Arcadia is, if you don't know, it's a game where you start out at sort of the premises. There are these 7 floating continents, which each have their own moon. And there's this moon power, these moonstones that came down, and each continent built this huge monster called a Giga, which is essentially a weapon of mass destruction. That's this huge monster. And so the silver continent decides, destroy them all and imprison them all because this is just going to kill us all. So that happens. And then years later, you start off the game as this sky pirate. And he's just this 17-year-old kid, but, you know, it's kind of JRPG-ish in that way. And you have a friend, and there's this girl that is apparently an ancestor or a offspring of this silver continent. And you go on this adventure to both collect these stones that had fallen. And there's this empire, the Valuan Empire, that wants to collect them all for them so that they can have all the power. So it's sort of a good versus evil tale. But there's lots of interesting things like that. I think for a TV series, it could work well because you have these mini adventures of going to each continent. And you could even make each of those its own season and then defeating the monster at the end, though that could get a little repetitive. But also, I love the idea of, pirates are perennially in season. That's what that means, Francisco. Are sort of perennial. Most people like pirates most of the time, but these are sky pirates, and they're in not airships, but ships that fly, and they're so cool. I love the aesthetic of Skies of Arcadia. It was such a fun game. You had your own island that you could sort of build out yourself, so I think that'd be a cool element to it too. See any other, and you get to invite new people into your crew, so you could meet new characters all the while, not just have the main lot. So I think there's that could make for a fun, probably more maybe more of an animated series, more kid friendly, I would think, or more PG series. But I think it could definitely appeal to adults, especially ones like me. Let's see some other ideas from the chat. Lord of the Rings Online. Well, they are actually making a Lord of the Rings series on Amazon, I believe. I think they got the rights to it. Dale says Scotland Yard looking for Mr. X. Oh, and that's a board game. I wonder, wouldn't that be a bit like Sherlock? Don't you think, Dale? by the way, I'm going to be interchanging your call signs and your names, or your screen names. So I'm not going to do great about doing it 100%. I'll try though to do your call signs most of the time. Let's see. Oh, but Heroquest, yeah. I mean, I think that would fall in line with like Skies of Arcadia, Skyrim. These sort of, you go on. I've never played Heroquest. I hear about it from lots of people how it's such a great game, and I remember it growing up thinking, man, that looks really cool, but I never played it. But man, that I could see from what I know of it, that would be a good TV series. I mean, you have quests that make it episodic, and you could have sort of probably a main bad guy that you're trying to defeat in the end as sort of an overarching plot line. So yeah, that would be great. Let's see. Ninja Becky says, so what was the question? Sorry, I was in fall hammered. Oh, no worries. The thing we're talking about tonight, Ninja Becky, is video games that would make for a good TV series, whether that's a series on Netflix or Amazon or even network TV. Probably not network TV. I can't imagine any of them doing a video game justice, but maybe, who knows? So far we've said some of my suggestions were Skies of Arcadia, Enter the Gungeon. From chat we've had Skyrim, Lord of the Rings Online, Heroquest, Scotland Yard. All awesome suggestions, except Scotland Yard I feel like might be Sherlocky, and Skyrim may feel a little too, what's it called? Game of Thrones. As little, I haven't seen Game of Thrones and I haven't played Skyrim. So all I can, just from ads and what I've sort of kind of seen, it looks similar in tone, but you could say that for HeroQuest too. And even Skies of Arcadia, not so much, because it's a lot more Japanese in terms of aesthetic, but I said aesthetic. I know that came off sounding weird. Legend of Zelda. Oh, wait. So Burger says Scotland Yard equals Carmen Sandiego plus Hawaii Five-0. Oh, that's an interesting take. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That would be interesting. I could see that being interesting, and you sort of have the action of Hawaii Five-0. But yeah, okay. You sold me, Dale. I'll greenlight that. And then Ninja Becky says Legend of Zelda. Of course, yeah, Legend of Zelda. I mean, I'd love to see a movie of Legend of Zelda. I'd love to see Legend of Zelda. I wonder if that might work better as a movie, though. That's my only thing. I wonder. I mean, there's so much to do, though. So I could see it. Well, I go back and forth. Like, I feel like could be a really good trilogy. Yes, I think that could work. But I don't know if I don't know why I'm having trouble seeing it working as a movie. Wait, what am I saying? I'm trying to say it would work better as a movie. Never mind. Yes, I think it could work well as a movie or a video game. Ultima, I've never played. So Ultima, Dale, I know it's an RPG, an older RPG. What makes it different from like a Skyrim, or what showed you sort of give me what's your treatment for how it could work well? Like I liked your arithmetic there for what sort of shows it would be like. That would be very helpful. Ninja Becky says, yeah, now that I think of it, would work better as a movie than a TV series. Yeah, I think there's just so much build up to Ganon that could be done pretty streamlined in a movie. I think that's kind of why I think it would work better as a movie than a TV series, where TV series, you don't want to feel padded. And I think you could do Zelda without being padded, but I think it might end up feeling padded. It depends on who does it. Dale says, well, you have a London version, as I keep falling. This, I'm sure, is not fun to watch, guys, but it's Gamerside chat time. That's okay. Watch me die a lot. That's totally fine. Burger says, well, you have a London version of Steve McGarrett looking for Mr. X and solving other crimes. Wait, what was that for? That's for Ultima? Or is that for, Scotland Yard? That sounds more like Scotland Yard, but maybe I missed something. Ninja Becky says, I meant Legend of Zelda. Isn't that what you were talking about? Yes, that's what I was talking about. I was feeling like it would work better as a movie than a TV series. I feel like they might have to pad it too much as a TV series. But again, it depends on who does it. I think, wow, 8th place. I'm rocking it, guys, on this Flower Cup, even at 50 cc's. But yeah, I think I'd watch it if it was on TV for sure. No worries at all. Okay, the last one I have, and we'll close with this. Feel free to add more suggestions in the chat. But my last one, and this one comes from the heart, and so aesthetically, be thinking Battlestar Galactica if you've ever seen the 2001, 2002, something like that. I think it's 2004. I think from Sci-Fi Channel, that version with Edward James Olmos. And oh man, what's the president's name? She's in Independence Day, and man, she's such a good president. Anyway, so think of that aesthetic sort of. And the game that I think would work well, sort of in that vein, is MechWarrior 2. So man, first off, music wise, I mean, just take the music from MechWarrior. It's great as is, in my opinion. It still holds up today. It's atmospheric and sci-fi and great. So first off, music's already, you're done. You don't need to do anything. I mean, obviously you would, but Mary McDonald. Yes. Thank you, Dale. That is it. Thank you very much. I forget I can reverse in this. Oh, Dale says Ultima is Zelda, Lord of the Rings, and Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. No, but what TV series would it sort of be like, or movies would it be like, to sort of give us a tone? That's what I meant. But okay, that's helpful to know that that's what the gameplay is like. Oh, a fireball. No one likes fireballs. Unless you have them. So, MechWarrior 2, sort of give you guys some backstory in case you don't know, you have this thing called the Star Defense Force, which there's this inner realm of planets that's like sort of destroying itself. The Star Defense Force says, okay, we need to leave and let the inner planets sort of work out themselves more peacefully, because we have all these mechs, these huge battle mech armaments, and we don't want them to have them, so they don't destroy themselves. I could be getting this a little wrong, so don't hold me to this, battle tech aficionados. But anyway, so they leave, but then they divide up into clans, and you get two main clans, Clan Jade Falcon and Clan Wolf, and one wants to sort of protect the inner realms, allow them to maintain where they are, and the other Clan Jade Falcon, wants to just go back and conquer it and sort of have rule with an iron fist. So I think you start off with a mini-series of them going back, and what happens is, to climax the mini-series, is that there's this one battle on this one planet that the leader, it's sort of like, if we take over this planet, we can go back and conquer. The Clan Wolf is like, okay, if we win here, then we can go and take it over. So they fight and they lose the battle. So that means the inner realm has 15 more years to just try to find peace or something like that. And Clan Jade Falcon is like, oh, you leaders, you threw that battle because you wanted to give them more peace. And so then the series starts with them actually battling it out in what's called the Refusal War, because the main clan's head of the Wolf Clan is like, no, I'm not going to go to jail for this. And so you can try, if you defeat me in open combat in awesome battle mechs, then I'll go to jail or whatever, or die or what have you. So then it launches all these battles on different planets with these amazing mechs. I think it could look so cool. I think you could have sort of internal political intrigue. And I think here's the kicker. I think you could have sympathetic characters in both Clan Wolf and Clan Jade Falcon. And if you did that right, you could have be like, well, I want these guys to win because of this thing, but I also like these guys, and I think they should win because of this other thing. And I think it'd be amazing if this was on something like a Netflix or Amazon, if you have each subscriber actually vote on how they want the series to end, like what faction they want the series to actually win in the end. And you could just, your subscription is linked to your account, so each account gets like one vote or something. For anyone who's watched the show, I think you can't just anyone can vote. I think you have to have invested in like maybe 4 episodes or something before you get to vote, and then you vote, and then you actually, so you as an audience, as a group, get to decide how this show ends up. I think that could be really compelling. So those are my ideas for video games that I think could make for really good TV series. Let's see, any other ideas in chat? Ultima is good, yeah. Burger says, I'm not sure on tone. I just know the Ultima game would be another sword and sandals, wizards and warriors. I'd be down for that. I think those can be lots of fun. So, very cool. So, I have been and continue to be Francisco Ruiz from the Retro Rewind podcast. This has been another Gamer Side Chat where we talked about, like I said, video games that would make good TV series. If you have ideas, love to hear them down in the comments below. Like this video if you're watching on YouTube. Share it with your friends. If you're watching now on Twitch, guys, you can clip any of this. Feel free to clip any of it. Be a clip champ. If you don't know what that is, we'll talk about it afterwards. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and catch you next time. Bye.